sit down now.
Look at all those like boats leaning over.
Yeah.
Is that what we're gonna do?
We've got 5 knots. Of boat speed, that is. Coming straight at us. That's what he's doing.
We're gonna crash.
I'm Baz and you're watching Venture Offroad Australia 4x4. Out for another sail on Corio Bay today. The Festival of Sails is going on this weekend in Geelong. So we're going to be trying to avoid most of that, staying clear and just testing out what we've learnt so far and having a bit of fun. We're going to pull up at the beach somewhere and have a bit of a swim too, so it's going to be a good day. Let's get into it.
I'm going to start by saying that we are absolute beginners and you most definitely should not assume that our techniques are correct. We're learning new things with each sail and I feel like we're getting a grasp on the basics. For any experienced sailors watching, please leave me a comment and let me know how we're going. What are we doing wrong and where can we improve? One thing I have learned in my research is that the swing keel winch cable shouldn't have any slack in it while sailing. This ensures that the keel can't unintentionally make contact with the casing if the seas are a bit rough, causing damage.
Well, we are hooting along at about 1.2 knots, which is a knot faster than what we were going before we pulled out the jib. So this is the first time I've done this technique. It's something I've learned from YouTube, like most of my sailing. Well, and I mean, to be honest, I did get a sailing book over winter and had a good read of that, so that certainly helped out in teaching me a few things. But what I've done is I've hooked up a preventer here, so that's just holding out the boom there so that it's not going to come across, so we're capturing any wind we can there. And I've also pulled out the jib, so we're reaching at the moment. We've actually got a wind indicator, Windex up there now. I don't know if you can see. Somewhere between a reach and a close reach. It's about where we are.
We're away.
But conditions are very, very light out here. We've got, I would say, max 3 knots of wind. It was almost completely still when we headed out. And it's meant to increase as the day goes on, up to about 10 knots this afternoon. Later this afternoon anyway, so we'll see how we go. Just a nice relaxing sail at the moment anyway. See the other sailboats around near the Geelong Marina down there? I don't know if you can see them. Can the camera see them? Oh, that's the other thing I've done. I've switched from using C-Maps to Navionics. C-Maps did an update that meant that I had to have a paid subscription to be able to track my location, and the subscription cost was quite expensive. I can't remember how much, but Navionics was cheaper, and I know that there's quite a few people using it that I watch on YouTube, so I'll give it a go. It looks good. Seems to be working quite well so far. Heading in towards the main beach at Geelong now, towards the marina. We're going to anchor up there and have some lunch, have a bit of a swim. Still very light conditions, come up a little bit. You know, we might be getting 5 knots of wind now, so 3 to 5 anyway, and we're sort of maxing out at about 2 or a little bit over 2 knots, but mostly sitting around 1.5 to 2 knots, so it's very, very relaxed kind of sailing, which is not a bad thing. Craig's got the tiller. Choppers out and about.
Oh, is this
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
It's water. Is it good? It's salty.
Did you remember to take your watch off?
Already? Yeah. You need a hand? I'm in! I'm in! Oh my god! Some cold water beds.
Oh yes, please. Thank you. Lunch is done. It's time for a swim. Try jumping in from the side of the boat. Here we go. Make sure I got nothing in my pockets first. No boat keys. Not there is any keys for the boat.
Keys to the boat.
See ya. So salty. Kids over there. Swim over to them. What? Walking along now, so we've had lunch, we've had a good swim, probably sat up for a bit, or swam for a couple of hours I reckon. Very relaxing. Now the wind's picked up a little bit and we are walking along at about 4.5 to 5 knots, so now we're sailing. Bit of wind in the sails. So I think we'll make the most of this now. Yeah, we've got a bit of wind, so we'll do a bit more sailing before we head back to the boat ramp. No, not really any time constraints today, so we'll just have a bit of sail, have a bit of fun, see how we go. It's good fun.
Which way are you going?
All different ways. What's that that's poking through the mains? Is that the jib?
Spreader. We're doing 4.5 knots, and let's have a look. Make sure we're in. 10 knots
Right. That's come up a lot.
and gusting to 12.
Right. Well, that's not bad now.
Which one? Ah, right. Coming straight at us is what he's doing.
We're gonna crash.
No.
But he's not
See
looking.
ya. Yeah. I'm thinking he thinks he's just going to get past us, no worries, which he is.
Is he?
Yeah. He's coming across now.
Yeah. What?
Me?
But didn't seem to be paying any attention to us at all.
Is he getting a photo of us? I'll get a photo of the kids.
He was pretty quick to dash for the camera. Wasn't paying attention to us when they were going to run into us.
Can you see how many boats are in there?
Quite a few.
Are we going to crash into any?
No, I don't think so.
Are we targeting to go through the middle of these two?
We could.
Oh! That's not.
Nah.
They're all like sitting. Are they like roped in or something?
Yeah. No. Alright, there's a lifeline there, same as
right.
kids.
Oh,
Look at all those like boats leaning over.
Yeah.
Is that what we're gonna do?
We shouldn't.
Don't lie to me, Barry.
Well, as long as you're on that side and Craig's on that side, we should.
And you're
shouldn't
sitting
keel
on my
over
lap.
too much. Yeah. I think I'm going to sit down now. It's a bit hard to stand up. It's a bit rolly.
I believe how crazy that wind came up. Like,
Come up pretty good, hasn't it? And I mean, the seas changed. Hey.
yeah.
Yeah. It's like going like 5.4 knots.
Ah.
5.5.
Oh!
I reckon this is going pretty good. It's going pretty good. 5.5 knots.
5.6. Now fun up there?
Yeah.
Alright, that's the end of another day sailing for us on Corio Bay. Really happy with how the boat is sailing, really happy with how we're going, learning how to sail, and looking forward to travelling around a bit more, I suppose, and trying some different sailing grounds. Although we are having fun down in Corio Bay, and we'll certainly continue to come back down. We may even be back down here in a few days, so we'll see how that goes, we'll see what happens, and we'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button and the subscribe button if you've enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next time. Thanks very much for watching.